Hello and welcome back to Pendor. We're here attempting to help as many Noldor as possible, and as you can see, I've actually been following around these guys for quite some time. We're actually in a battle against some Jatu just now. So here you go. Now this is the thing. Basically, what I have done is I've been following these guys around for quite some time, obviously as I just said, and now we are at around -8, I think. -8 relation, and once we do another 2 battles, so obviously this one and then another one, I should theoretically have neutral. I should have neutral relation with them, and this is going to be absolutely fantastic for me. What's really funny about this is that I haven't actually gotten eliminated once before in any of my fights, but of course in this one when I start recording, yeah, of course I'm going to. Yeah, well, never mind. We're probably going to be able to achieve victory here no matter what. But, you know, it's a big annoyance, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely huge annoyance now. Oh well, never mind. I'm just going to catch you up on what I've actually been doing while we take a gander at what's actually going on here. We seem absolutely fine because obviously we do have our own forces that are very easily capable of eliminating all the Jatu here, especially the Noldor. Anyway, basically what I've been doing is I've done 2 tournaments off screen. They were really, really easy. I did manage to get some very, very good setups because I was in the Shah territory for one of them and Empire territory for another one. And then I got really lucky. So after the Empire tournament, I was thinking to myself, okay, I'll go to the old ruins, right? I'll go to my old ruins and I'll see what's going on there with my troops, because I actually wanted to try and replenish the amount of troops that I had in my army, because I only had around 90 or so. So I was thinking, okay, yeah, let's go and get some more troops so that I can fight potentially larger, you know, larger battles, and maybe, you know, maybe even deal with a, I don't know, with a unique spawn or something like that. Anyway, so I thought that. And then I went to the north, right? So I was going north over to the old ruins from Ethos. And then I came across a band of Noldor that were being attacked by an Empire vassal. I know what you're thinking. Can you actually help a Noldor party that is being attacked by the faction that you're actually a part of? And it turns out, yes, you can, which is actually remarkable. Because I wouldn't have expected that. I've actually never done that before, I don't think, in my previous playthroughs of Pendor, and I think that that's absolutely insane. I think that is so incredibly useful. That's really, really useful, and the only thing that I suffered was a small relation loss to attacking the Empire. Because we are technically still a mercenary with them. Do bear that in mind. We are still a mercenary with the Empire, so it, you know, it is very much a case of us attacking an ally. We are literally attacking an ally with this. But that was absolutely fine for them. They were absolutely fine with it. They had no problem whatsoever. And I did manage to get some relation with the Noldor from this action, which was absolutely fantastic too. So I then basically just followed this particular Noldor party around. They ended up attacking another Empire vassal, hilariously enough, because the Empire vassal thought I was going to help him with the Noldor, right? But then I went in there and I actually helped the Noldor instead. Now, what's funny about this is I still don't get any negative effect of it whatsoever. I'm not seeing any negative effects at all, apart from the relation loss. But the relation loss is very, very small, of course. So we don't even need to worry about that. As you can see, I actually have 3 gold bars here as well, which is actually super, super nice. Anyway, we could just take all of this stuff and then just move on. We got a bunch of maiden cavalry available here. We got some Huskars, Empire armored crossbowmen. We got these guys. Let's get that fellow as well. Yeah, we've got some really, really good units here. And I've actually just started basically just upgrading my forces across the board. Whenever I see some prisoners that are going to be super, super useful for us, I pretty much just, you know, get rid of anything that's a low tier, and then I just go for those guys from the prisoners. Anyway, what do we want to do here? Well, I already have 5 in horse archery. I think that's probably going to be enough. I've seen it be quite good for me because I was in the tournament, as I said, and I actually did some really good damage with my bow, hilariously enough. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to level up intelligence once again, and we'll go for something else. So I'm thinking probably, what do we want to go for? We could go for looting here, or we could go for something else like inventory management. That might actually make sense. Not entirely sure about that. We could go for power draw, actually. Let's go for power draw, and let's go for... We could go for power strike, do even more damage with my two-handed weapon. Maybe that would make sense. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. And there you go. All right. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so did anyone else level up? No. No one else leveled up. Leslie did actually level up in my off-screen time. She has now maxed out her medicine skills for the amount of intelligence that she has. So I've actually started to spec her into engineering. Because eventually she's, of course, going to have 30 intelligence. Or that's exactly what we're going to try to make her have. Or as close to 30 intelligence as we can get. So that we can max out her medic skills. And indeed, max out her engineering as well. Hopefully that's going to work. Obviously, I'm not entirely sure if it will. But yeah, now these guys actually do run away from me, which is quite interesting in itself too. Now, funnily enough, they actually do have a huge amount of prisoners too. So even if we were to try and defeat them, it would give me... Well, it would basically give me some Jatu Lancers. It would give me some Empire units. And it would give me a lot of people like that, but nothing really to write home about. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just letting the Jatu attack these Noldor, or the other way around, as you can see right there. Yeah, this is absolutely perfect. Look at that. That's absolutely perfect. Okay, wait. Let's go. Quick. Okay, there we go. Whew. That was actually a bit close, a bit too close for my liking. As you saw, the Noldor were just about to be eliminated. That would have been pretty bad for us, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would have been pretty bad. Anyway, let's just eliminate that fellow, or eliminate his horse at least. Let's do some damage with this. Yeah, as you can see, my horse does so much charge damage. It's absolutely bonkers. It really is. Obviously, against a refugee, of course, it's going to be doing a lot of damage because they don't have any armor or anything like that. But I've actually seen it do upwards of 30 damage against pretty good, armored, armored targets. So I'm actually really pleased about that. Yeah, this fellow is obviously, yeah. So basically, the horse archers are, of course, doing their utmost to be annoying. But I'm actually not too bad with the bow, surprisingly enough. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but I am apparently pretty accurate with it. As you can see right there, we're just getting kills after kills. Did I install an aimbot? No, actually not. I don't even know whether that's possible in this game. But it feels to me like I am all of a sudden hitting things much more often. He says as he misses twice in a row. I felt like I was actually hitting things a lot more often very recently in the last couple of battles with my bow. So it's actually really nice. Anyway, there you go. We've finally done it. We've gotten them to neutral. Isn't that amazing? Yes, we've gotten them to neutral. So all that remains now is for us to basically just follow these guys around and try to help them out. They're no longer going to run away from me. So what we're going to have to do, I'm thinking I'm going to just stay with them until they restore themselves. Maybe we can actually get... Can you chase after these guys, please? Can you just... Oh, no, they don't want to do that. Oh, that's... Yeah, they're going to be annoying, aren't they? They're going to be super annoying. Okay, well, what about these guys? No, don't really want to fight them. Yeah, so... Bit of a problem here. The Noldor are now not afraid of me. So this is the reason why I actually didn't want to read the Noldor book that we have. Where is it now? There. This is the reason why I didn't want to read that right away, because if I read that right away, you know what would happen, right? Yeah. It's going to literally, well, basically do nothing, but it is going to push me further to neutral status, which is obviously good. You know, being neutral is obviously good. However, now you have this situation where the Noldor are either just not running away from you and they're not chasing you. So in this scenario, you have no control over where the Noldor go at all, which of course is the big problem. This is a huge problem in actual fact. The only thing that we can actually do is just chase them around and maybe just attack some people randomly. As you can see, we do have a Ravenstern caravan currently being attacked, so I guess I can just go in here and attack these guys. This is pretty much what we have to do now. Now, what I'm hoping that we'll be able to go for here, I know that there are 2 books. As far as I remember, there are 2 books that increase your relation with the Noldor. I could be... No, I'm not wrong about there being 2 books. I don't think. I seem to remember that there were 2 books, but maybe they changed it. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I'm not sure where to get the second one. Because I already have one, of course, as I've already shown you. But there is another one available somewhere. And I don't know where that is. So that's gonna be a bit of a thing, because I think, as far as I'm aware, I need 15 relation. I think I need 15 relation to be able to see Elacray. I could be wrong about that as well. It might very well be double that, so it might be that I need 30. And if I need 30 positive relation, and one book, as far as I'm aware, gives 10 relation, and I think the other one also gives 10, it might give 15. But I could be wrong about that too. I actually am unsure about the values associated with these books. So that's obviously going to be a pretty big deal. Because if we manage to, you know, actually do something with the Noldor and actually get them into a relatively good relation with us, then we want to make sure that we actually do that so that the books push us over the threshold that we actually need. Because in those situations, it's just going to be so much easier for us. We won't actually have to worry about it then. We can basically just go straight up, boom, okay, I'm done. You know, so in other words, make it to 10 positive relation or 15 positive relation, and then use the 2 books, and then you're going to be fine. But I don't know where the second one is. I think it could be from Quigfen. I don't think so somehow, but I'm not entirely sure, as I say. And Quigfen, I believe, does require a Qualis gem to actually work. He's not going to allow you to have access to his shop unless you give him a Qualis gem, and indeed unless you are positive relation with him, as far as I remember. And we're not positive relation with him just yet. I think he needs 5 or 10 relation with him, and you also need to pay a Qualis gem to be able to make that work. So what I was actually hoping on doing is getting a map. I really wanted a map with the for the Red Brotherhood hideout. That is what I was actually primarily hoping for this entire time. I was basically hoping, yes, please, 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 can you give me a map for the Red Brotherhood hideout so that I actually have the ability... Oh, this guy was actually defeated in battle. How was he defeated in battle? I have no idea. But yeah, I was really very much hoping that we would have been able to do something with that. That would have been absolutely fantastic. Okay, so yeah, the Noldor are also running away from the Jatu army. Can you actually attack this guy? Yeah. Attack him. No, I did not want to attack him myself. Okay, wait. Hey, maybe you can actually do something here. Noldor, no. Oh well, I don't really care about the Salian vassal myself, you see. That's the whole thing here. I really don't care about him myself because he's basically going to give me a very minor amount of renown. It's not really going to do much at all. So me just kind of letting him go there, that doesn't really matter. The whole thing that matters to me right now is maximizing the amount of Noldor relation I can get. So that's the main deal here. We're actually attempting to take Whitestag Castle. Or shall we say the Empire is attempting to take Whitestag Castle. They're actually going in. Oh, okay, that's really interesting. That is very, very interesting. I wouldn't have expected them to go in straight away there, but they are indeed doing it. Okay, good luck, I guess. Good luck. Okay, and who are these guys? Okay, this fellow... Okay, this fellow might actually get attacked by someone. What about these fellows as well? He's following me. Why are you following me, sir? That's the owner of Laria. What's really funny though is that all of these Kingdom of Salian vassals are wandering into what is very much a field, or shall we say forest, of death. This is a forest of death for them, because they are literally just in amongst all of the Noldor here. This is so incredibly funny. Okay, so let's just go in here, help these guys out. Even though they don't need they don't need this they don't need the assistance from me, do they? They don't need me. So yeah, this is very funny. Anyway, they have 90 troops. That's actually not entirely... it's not insignificant, shall we say. Definitely not insignificant. Okay, you know what? I'm going to play it a little bit strategical here. I'm just going to make it so that we don't, you know, unnecessarily lose units. Even though, you know, to be fair, I actually don't really care whether we lose units at this point. Because if we do, then that's fine. You know, we have a relatively full garrison back at the old ruins. And if we do lose some people, then we lose some people. That's just the nature of the game. And in the end, we're going to be creating our own knighthood order. I've kind of made the decision that I think I'm going to make my own here. I'm going to make my own custom one. And we're going to see if we can actually make them into absolute monsters, which is what they should be, of course. And it may be, you know what? It might be the time for the Tea and Biscuit adventurers to return. I actually can't remember what they were actually called. I know that they were called the Tea and Biscuit something or others, but I can't remember what the something or other is. So, I think they were just called... I think it was just Tea and Biscuits, wasn't it? Wasn't it just Tea and Biscuits or something like that? I don't know. I can't remember now. I literally cannot remember now, but it's going to be something along those lines. And I think that could be quite fun. So the only thing that we need to do is, as far as I'm aware, it's been a while, but I just thought, hey, you know what? Custom knighthood order. It sounds fun, sounds cool. We can run around with our own troops that are completely customized to our own, you know, specifications. That sounds fantastic, doesn't it? I think that sounds super, super fun. So yeah, we'll probably do something like that. And that also means that obviously we're not going to be joining anyone else's knighthood order for the moment, because we obviously just want to create our own. However, creating your own requires a castle, as far as I'm aware. I think you need a minimum of a castle, and I think you also need a Qualis gem. So that's also a reason why I would like to get the, you know, what is it? The Red Brotherhood hideout map, because that would really make a huge difference. It really would make a huge difference. I'm actually kind of a bit, I'm a bit irritated by the fact that they're not really giving me one. Oh, wait. Hello. I want to help you, sir. Yeah, there we go. Nice. We got in just in time. You see the battle advantage? Yes, the battle advantage is 22. I'm sure Lord Eric is not going to be very pleased with me, but I'm going to let him go if we get the opportunity to take him prisoner, because he's actually got a good personality. Oh yeah, by the way, someone actually asked a question. I think you said something like, how do you tell which are the good lords and which are the bad lords? Okay, so from my perspective, I could be wrong about this, okay, but this is what I've learned in my time playing Warband. Basically what they say, okay? So what they say determines if they are having a good personality, like upstanding or honorable or martial or anything like that. Martial is kind of like a bit more on the neutral-ish side. You want to have something that's upstanding or honorable or whatever, because they're the really good ones, good-natured and so on. However, if they say something, let's say that they just say, stop, I yield, that's a good personality. Whereas if they say something like, stop, call back your dogs, I give up, or something like that, then that is a bad personality. So, for example, yes, like for example here, Lord Eric, look at him. He says, I yield to do yourself credit and grant me the honors of war as befitting my rank. This guy he has a good personality. I think he's upstanding probably, or something like that. And I'm going to say, the tales are true. You're indeed a man of honor, sir. I shall not forget this day, because I let him go. I let him go right there. And you heard what the other guy said, right? He said, call back your dogs or whatever. And I'm just going to say, yeah, look, I'm going to accept your ransom of 5,000 dinars. And yeah, so he's just really annoyed. You know, he's just really annoyed that I took him prisoner and, you know, in general, just defeated him. He was just really not very pleased about that. So that's basically how you tell. And from my perspective, it is very much recommended, at least, you know, for me, at least, you know, this is my recommendation, at least, that you take only good-natured and or upstanding vassals. Because if you take that, they're more than likely, at least some of the time, to kind of work together a little bit more, and they're going to have less sort of competitive nature between them, and they're going to be a little bit more for example, there are certain situations in the past that I've seen where I've taken a really good personality. I'm not sure whether it was upstanding or good-natured or any of these things, because I know that there are 4 different personality types or 6 different personality types. I can't remember specifically which ones or how many there are, but I know that the good ones, sometimes if you have a good-natured vassal or one of the good personality types, they are so good that once you have a certain amount of relation with them, they don't lose relation with you. So basically what you can do is, in Warband at least, if you give a fief to someone that the other vassals don't like, so let's say for example I have Lord Eric, right? Because we obviously just saw that he's got a good personality, right? So let's say that I have him and I give someone else a fief. Well, Lord Eric isn't going to be particularly annoyed. He's not really going to be too, jealous or too angry or upset about that particular action. Whereas, for example, if you took a look at what the other fellow said, Baron Leofwine or whatever his name is, that fellow is a bad personality, and he's gonna be annoyed every single time you give something to someone else because it's not going to him. He's gonna be a greedy so-and-so, and that's how things are gonna go with him. And so that's the reason why generally I would personally recommend going for vassals that actually have good personalities, because otherwise you're going to have these kinds of issues where people are just going to be continuously complaining, and indeed your relation is going to go down with them, and then it's going to be extremely difficult for you to be able to balance out the relation gains and the relation losses in amongst your own troops. And, well, shall we say, in amongst your own vassals. And it's going to be an extreme headache. I've had that happen multiple times in the past, where I've just been playing the base game of Warband, and I've had I've created my own kingdom, and I've been really, really pleased with how things have been going. But then all of a sudden I start increasing my... Oh, wow, I didn't even see that guy. Okay, well, whatever. Doesn't really matter. It's not an Iron Man challenge, at least, because I would have failed it a bunch of episodes ago. Anyway... The point is, if you end up then, accepting a bunch of vassals to work for you, and you don't know what kind of personality type they have, and it turns out that most of them have a bad personality, then you're then going to see an overwhelming wall of text that just says, this fellow has reduced in relation by -3. This fellow has reduced in relation, and so on and so forth, over and over again. Whenever you were, wanting to give a fief to someone else, and it doesn't matter who it is, you can just give a fief to someone else, and all these other vassals will complain about it. And eventually, you're going to get to a point where you can't actually give fiefs to people adequately enough to stem the tide of negative relation. And as a result, you're going to have people defecting. I mean, it's not really happened to me that often that they defect, but you've got to be careful with it, because sometimes you just have to choose. You just have to choose, hey, you know what, I've got like 6 vassals, just for an example here, I've got 6 vassals, and 2 of them are really, really low in relation. 2 of them are like -50, -60, something like that, and they're about to defect with their castles that I've given them in the not too distant past. Well, then you got to get rid of them. You got to tell them, you're out of here, and you just indict them, and then they leave your faction. But that's the point. You want to try to avoid that situation to begin with, so having a good-natured or a generally upstanding vassal personality type is really a good way to go. So hopefully I've given you some insights in regards to that, because it is very, very important, at least in my opinion, if you want to have a relatively stable kingdom experience. Because you know, again, you don't really want to go and create your own kingdom and be like, yeah, this is great, I love this, and then all of a sudden these guys start complaining over and over again. You know, that thing's just going to ruin the whole thing. So hopefully I've provided some information for you that is going to be kind of useful. Hopefully it's going to be kind of useful at least. Anyway, this fellow, I'm not entirely sure. Where is he going? I wonder whether we're actually going to be eliminating him anytime soon. Yes, I think that this might be the beginning of the end for our little friend here. Wow, that was... he ran all the way over here. Can you believe it? All the way over to the edge of the map. Anyway, there you go. We were able to achieve victory. That did take quite some time, but look at that. We gained actually 17 renown. I guess it's because this is the fellow that actually owns Lario, and he has a massive amount of Larian Sentinels and indeed Rangers of the Clarion Corps. He actually had 28 of those guys. That's actually kind of incredible. But yeah, anyway, as you can see, look at this. I yield, stop, I yield. That means he's got a good personality, so I'm actually going to let him go. He says, "Thank you, sir. You're indeed a man of honor. I shall not forget your act of chivalry." And there you go. So... again, you know, it's just one of those cases where you just go, yeah, he's actually got a good personality. Oh dear, now I've got to let him go. Yeah, it's going to be pretty annoying, isn't it? Over and over again. But it's fine, because maybe in the end he's going to join you, and then he's going to, you know, it's going to be absolutely fine. Okay, so the Noldor are going to go in here against this guy. This is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Can I actually go in here without having to fight all of them? I don't think so. Yeah, I can't really do that, unfortunately. Yeah, that's sad. Why didn't this guy go in there? Why didn't he go in there? Come on. Oh, well, never mind. I guess it doesn't really matter too much, but it would have been pretty fun, actually, if he had decided to, because then I probably would have sided with the Empire, at least for that one particular battle, because then we could have unlocked some, you know, additional things. Ah, hello. Wait a minute. Ooh, this might be good. This might be good. Oh, no. Ah, okay, this is a bit harsh. I'm not sure whether we can actually win this. As you can see, it's 205 versus 200. Shall we try it? Oh, okay, battle advantage of 0 and a 19 renown value. Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Okay, so the Noldor are obviously going to be a bit stupid about things. They do generally tend to do that quite often, where they just charge in, which is obviously not what we want, but who knows, maybe they'll actually listen to me? Oh, are they actually listening to me right now? I think they might be. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that means that we are going to win this 100%. Oh no, wait. Are they? Yeah, they are listening. That's just me putting my infantry out there randomly. Yeah, we should be fine with this. Oh yeah, this is going to be great. This is going to be really, really good, actually. Much, much better than anticipated. Oh, yeah, this is just great. This is just absolutely fantastic. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is really, really fun. Okay, yeah, so this is the kind of thing that you can actually do, obviously, if you have Noldor. And it's even better, actually, if you have this at the very beginning of the game. As far as I'm aware, if you have a Qualis Gem, obviously from the chest, I think someone actually did this in the comments, and I was like, wow, yeah, that's actually a really, really fun idea, where they traded their Qualis Gem for a bunch of troops. I'm actually not entirely sure. I think you do that at the Guild Master, don't you? Did you gamble at the Guild Master for those guys? I think so, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I can't really remember how you do that early on, but yeah, you can actually gamble at the Guild Master from what I can recall. And if you do that, you have the possibility of getting some extremely rare troops. And in that person's case, then maybe they did actually gain in some Noldor, you know? That's pretty incredible. But yeah, as you can see, look at how incredibly powerful the Noldor are. But this is actually something that we've got to realize right now. If you think the Noldor are strong, wait until you see a fully upgraded custom knighthood order. I've made like I think 2 custom knighthood orders in my time of playing Pendor. I think so. I'm not entirely sure. I think so, because the other times I've actually just joined a knighthood order and just risen up the ranks, become the Grand Master, and so on and so forth. You know, all that stuff. Yeah, obviously creating a CKO is very, very expensive and extremely time consuming as well. It can take a long time to get all that stuff upgraded. So that's something to bear in mind as well. Anyway, I'm just going to actually tell everyone to charge in because we might as well. There is no reason to hold back any further. We should be fine to eliminate some of these guys. Oh, I actually wanted to eliminate that that Empire Berserker there, because that actually would have provided us with some pretty decent experience, but oh well, never mind. Maybe I can just shoot a couple of people. Yes, I can, and I'm actually doing some damage. Look at that. I'm actually getting some kills in the meantime too. Very nice indeed. Okay, so let's just try and get a couple more. And after this, we should be good, actually, to read the book. And then we'll be at plus 30. And I think that is all that I need to be able to see Elecray, I think. Or, wait a minute, maybe I need to speak to Quigfen first for the quest. Yeah, there you go. I'm at plus 20, which is actually incredible. Okay, so there we are. We did it. I think we're good, actually. I think we are good. Don't quote me on it. I think we're fine. Anyway, let's just see. I have 4 spaces. Okay, what can I actually go for here? Anything actually useful, or is it just going to be stuff that I don't really... I don't really care about most of this. I guess I'll take the Shaman. I guess that's okay. And is there anything else that we want to take here? The Noble Warrior? Does that become a Valkyrie or something? It becomes a Hersia. Okay, well, that's actually all right. And let's go for a Cavalry, I guess. Something like that should be fine. And there we have it. Okay, we did get some really, really nice experience from this as well, but most of my forces are already leveled up, so we don't really need to worry about that too much. Anyway, I'm just going to leave here now, and we are going to go away. Oh, hello. Are you serious? Yeah, your friends are just leaving you to die, sir. Yep. That's the unique spawn, by the way. The Noldor unique spawn is literally just clobbering this guy, and there's nothing I can do about it. That's for certain. I'm not going to be able to go in there and actually fight against the unique spawn and win. So we're just going to leave it for now. I'm not going to do anything with that. But this is the reason why I actually want to get that map. I want that map because then we're going to be able to create our own knighthood order straight away if I can find a castle to claim. Because obviously I don't have one at the moment. So hopefully we're going to be able to find one in due time too. And then we're going to be able to make that work. Now I am going to just check whether this book is going to be enough. Because I think Quigfen is going to give me the quest at a certain threshold. And the quest requires me to attack some Jatu. And it's an army that you don't actually have to defeat in one go. You can use War of Attrition style strategies against them, so you don't actually have to worry about it too much. So that's pretty good. And yeah, apart from that, we are pretty fine. Yeah, I think we're pretty fine. So there you go. Oh, actually, I could buy one of these. Do I really care? No, I don't really care that much. I don't really care about 1,000. I mean, I'm just gonna move on, to be honest. Just gonna move on. Okay, let's see. Let's sell this. Let's see. Okay, yeah. As far as I'm aware, you get the map as well from travelers, so you don't actually get it from ransom brokers or anything like that. Oh yeah, I actually need to buy some more food. That's something that I always forget to buy for some reason. It's probably because I never need food in Bannerlord. That's probably the reason. Anyway, there's nothing else in here, right? No, nothing else in there. Is there anything else that I want to buy here? There's a sledgehammer. That could be really funny to use, actually, to take huge amounts of prisoners. Could be really fun to do that. And you can see here that we've got some pretty good gear here otherwise, but obviously my own armor is being worked on by the blacksmith. So hopefully we'll be able to pick that up relatively soon. Otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.